1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another review from Roy's Reviews. And today we have a MTL tank review for you. Yes, today we are having a look at the ZQ Trio. So what we're going to do, as always, we're going to drop down to the table, unbox it, put a build into it, and then come back up here again and I'll tell you my thoughts on this. See you in a moment. Okay, so here we are down at the table with the ZQ Trio, and just a quick round the box. You've got a picture of the Trio on the front, Trio on there, just to let you know what it is. On the back, you have got the contents. Keep out the reach of children and minors. Don't know what you want to be mining for, and on down, and then you've got when it was made, the 19th of March 2021. The ZQ, the Scratch Me, made in China, and then there's socials. On the bottom there, you've got Trio RTA for real vapors. ZQ, nothing on that side. Take the sleeve off, and you've got ZQ on the box, letting you know exactly who made this. Zoom back out again, get the box open. And inside then you have got that cute little peripheral pouch. In here you have got the user manual. It shows you all the breakdown there of what it is, and the contents. Features: very easy top fill, 2 ml capacity, 3 adjustable airflows, great vapor and flavour production, and it's a 22 ml. There you go. And then we have the ZQ itself, which we'll come to in a minute. And then you have got this little peripheral box here. Let me open this up. Inside you shall find another drip tip, which is bigger than the other one. You get a little screwdriver, black handle screwdriver. You get a couple bits of lace cotton and your normal plethora of O-rings, and that's all you get in there. Okay, so here we have the Trio, and this is it in black. And if you can see on there, it says Trio, Trio, Trio. So starting at the top, you've got a 510 drip tip, which is held on by 2 O-rings on there, which means the O-rings aren't in the inside. You've got your chamber, your 2 ml tank, and you have a airflow here at the top, which has got your 3 holes, which you can then step down 1, 2 and 3. And what happens on that side doesn't happen on the other side, because it is literally just the one side. And as Trio suggests, there is 3 airflows. The other 2 are down here on the bottom, and it's either open on the biggest hole, and you can step it down to the next hole, step it down to the next hole, turn it off completely, and the same for the bottom one. You've got different levels of hole sizes. Just to let you know the sizes of the holes at the top, so you can either have it, they're all 1 mil holes, so you can either have it 3 mil or no mil, or 1, 2 or 3. On the middle airflow one, it starts off at 1.5, 1.2, 1, 0.9 or 8, goes down, and the same on the bottom one, goes from 1.5 all the way down to, let me take it off, there we go, gives you a better, starts off at 1.5 all the way down to 0.8 down there. And get this back on again. Sorry about that. Slip back on again. And then down onto the bottom here, you've got ZQ, your serial number, and your CE mark, and don't throw it in the bin. This is number 14468. Quite a high number. Okay, top fill system. So it is screw off, and it is a very long screw to come off there. And it's down in there with the flat belly, which sometimes with the flatness it can just push your juice out. You've got 2 large fill ports here and here to fill into, which then your tank is in the inside of the black as well. So you've got your Ultim down here in the bottom, so you can see where your juice is. It's quite hard to see it at times. Put that back on again and show you the deck. Now, so the top airflow doesn't have a way of coming down into it. So the top airflow only affects when you vape up here. Oh. So it only affects up at the very top of the tank. And it is round, because there is your airflow. There, it's coming in and getting the top of the chamber. So it's not really affecting what goes down at your coil. And your tank then comes down the side, just comes down the side there. And here is your deck. Very simple, one single coil deck, and you can bring your coils round the side here or around this side here, and you can see there is a lip there to catch the coil on, or the leg on, and then your coil sits across here, and you've got your juice fill port there and juice fill port there, with the air coming up there, and your juice input just there. So your juice goes in through those 3 little holes into your juice well, and it comes, and then you've got an airflow just in there, just there on the post and on that side as well. So your airflow is coming from the bottom up, and it's also coming at the sides as well. And that's just a little closer where your air ports are on the bottom. So Trio, because it's got the 3 air ports. Okay, let's get this stuck onto here. So what I'm going to use then for this is Nature Vape single core 2838 Ni80 1 coils. So just the inside, bring it right round, and the same on the other side, round the back of the screw, and then just tighten up on that side, that side. And just make sure the coil is in the center. Also make sure it's not touching the bottom, which mine is. Just need to lift up a bit. And then snip off your legs, keeping them as tight as you can. Like so. You just need to get the coil better in. Have it, no hot spots. Cotton. This I'm going to use some fusion cotton. No, it's not. It's fuzz cotton today. Pinch and twist. So. Get it fed straight. Again, what we're going to do is just take it to the edge of the tank and snip it off, edge of the tank, snip it off, get the ends all fluffed up on both sides. Oh, just take us out again a bit so you can see what's happening. Make sure it's all nicely fluffed up, and then starting from the back, fill it in to the juice ports using the over dam method. And let's see on the other side. There we have it. What shall we put into this? We shall go for some nasty salt, Trap Queen. And then just get top back on again and fill it up from the top. And there you have it. So join me up, folks. Join me up top, folks, when I will go through my thoughts on the ZQ Trio. Welcome back up again, folks. That was a good look round the unboxing and a build put into the ZQ Trio. Big massive thank you to Mark over at Nature Vape who sent me this across for the purposes of review. So a massive thank you to him. So what do I make of this? Easy enough to build into. The build quality is good. Not the biggest fan of the Ultim bits on it. it does make it quite hard and awkward to see how much juice you actually have in there. So the Ultim takes it down a bit for me to start with, but apart from that, the rest of the build is good. The top cap for filling does have a lot of threads on it, but it does keep your juice secure, and so you know, it's a long thread on it to put in. I've left it lying on its side for a couple of hours to see if it leaks. I've had no leaking issues whatsoever. Vape wise, you have to watch whenever you fill it that the top airflow, because you end up knocking it on. We'll come to that in a minute. So you can get good vapor production on it. Nice tight mouth to lung action on there. That's it set at my preferred settings, which is the 2 airflows at the bottom set to their absolute minimum. Now, the airflow on top, let's start there. What's the point of it? The only point I can see is it takes it from a restricted mouth to lung to a less restricted mouth to lung, or a restricted direct lung. That bit I get. What I don't get is it kills the flavour. So your flavour goes from here down to here. Maybe down here somewhere. So you're losing your flavour. Why would you want that? So you close it off that airflow and then open up the bottom to its full size air. You get the same effect. So you get a less restricted mouth to lung or a restricted direct lung, but again the flavour is quite muted. And what I have found is the flavour is muted no matter what coils I've put into this. I've tried normal round wires, I've tried mouth to lung aliens, I've tried the ones that I put in, which is the mouth to lung nature vape coils. The flavour isn't as good on it as you get, say, on the Ed Zachary, which is a fantastic tank. The Lamo is a is a fantastic mouth to lung tank, or the Unicorn Nevermore. Those 3 tanks beat this tank hands down. For me anyway, and that's what I found on it. I have persevered with it for the purposes of the review, so it's tested thoroughly. It is a lovely smooth vape, but it is just lacking that flavour punch for me. Will it become an everyday use for me? No, it won't. It'll get this tank vaped, finished, cleaned, and probably boxed up again, not to see the light of day. Whereas the Ed Zachary is a constant everyday use for me because the flavour on it is fantastic. I can see maybe why they've tried to put 3 airflows on it, just to be different, give it something unique, but it doesn't work for me. The bottom 2 airflows, I've had both of them open to get as much flavour as possible. I've tried closing them. I've tried it in every single configuration that I can think of, and it's not living up to all the flavour potential that it probably could do. So for that, it's going to get a 6 out of 10 for me. It's not, I wouldn't personally recommend it. I wouldn't go out, rush out and buy it. No, I wouldn't. Again, just a big massive thank you to Mark over at Nature Vape for giving me the opportunity to be able to review this. Very much appreciated. If you've enjoyed this video, folk, give me a wee thumbs up and drop me a comment down below. If you haven't enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs down. Still drop me a wee comment down below. I'd like to know what's going on. And if you're already subscribed to me, thank you very much. I appreciate every single subscription. And if you're not subscribed to me, hit that wee subscription button and also the wee bell so you can get notified when I next upload a review. And it just remains me to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this review. Take care now. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4.